Many of you, but my name is Doug Taggart, and I'm the chairman of the DC section of the Institute of Navigation. And I very much appreciate the response we have from tonight's program. The DC section had been dormant for a while, and I believe that there's a sufficient number of people here in the DC section that are interested in getting it going again. So I've stepped up to help lead that, and the people, all of you, have done a great job so far in responding to this event. On your chairs is the program for this evening, and we are going to have to do a little bit of juggling. The congressman is still coming. In fact, he's in a car on his way here. He had a late vote, so it's our expectation that he's probably going to be walking through the door 7:30ish or something like that. He's coming in two cars. Part of his staff is in another car, so I think they'll be arriving first. So when you see a couple staff members come in here, that'll be a good indication that they're pretty close. So we're going to adjust to that and move him down. It's a little bit of a shame because Dana Goward, who met with him this morning, he indicated that he was a little nervous of talking to a technical group such as this, and it would have been nice for him to potentially have heard some of the introductory remarks in some of the other sections, so he didn't walk in cold. But I'm pretty confident that he's pretty quick on his feet and will be able to adjust to that. So when he arrives, we'll all adjust too on that front. Again, just a little bit of housekeeping. The way that we've set this up, I'd like to have the opportunity for questions to be asked of our speakers. I do know that there are a couple members of the press in attendance, so I've kind of qualified this as an on-the-record sort of a meeting. If you do stand up and ask a question, just out of common courtesy, not only for the speaker, and you may know who's actually speaking, but just please identify yourself and maybe your affiliation. We do have, obviously many of you are associated with the Institute of Navigation, so that wouldn't be your affiliation, but the department or the agency or the company you're working with might be helpful for the person that's getting the fielded question. Again, referring back to the program that you have in front of you, I would do a little soundbite for the Institute of Navigation. It's been a tremendous organization that I've been involved with personally since 1981, and the hors d'oeuvres and the appetizers here were taken care of by the Institute. So I'm going to point out Lisa Beatty, who's in the crowd here, who's our Executive Director of the National Office in Manassas. Thank you, Lisa, for that and being here. And also another little soundbite on the displays and the membership information that we have. Ken in the back, the Institute of Navigation. For some of you members that have in the past who are on the email list for this night, it's a good organization. You may want to consider signing back up, and Ken can help you on any of that. The other item that I'm not trying to waste time, but I am trying to use it wisely. There's some postcards in the back, photographs here that are handouts, takeaways that are done by, I met him, Chris, am I?
No, Rich. No.
Rich? Where is Rich here? Raise your hand. He took these photographs of the telescopes and some of the other areas. They're free for the taking, and they made them available for us tonight. The other displays from Harris and Ursa Nav, obviously, as part of our program tonight, will address some of the information that those people bring to the game. The final, I'm going to get off the stage here, is kind of the master of ceremonies, the introducer, so to speak, here with one little soundbite about the DC section, again, on the program. As we try to ramp this back up, our objective is to hold quarterly meetings. The next meeting is already on the calendar down at the Coast Guard's Navigation Center. Rick Hamilton, where he at, is going to work with myself to help put that together. We've targeted October, which will be after the GNSS conference, and I will get those details out as we figure out a good date and put a program together on that. So that'll be the next opportunity for this group to get together. With that, the program that we put together tonight is a very appropriate title, and again, a comment that would be reassuring for the Congressman if were he to be able to hear this remark is the fact that it's been titled Keeping and Sharing Time, Policy and Demonstrations. The fact that the anniversary, the 20-year anniversary of GPS just took place last week. The Air Force had some press on that event. And from a policy point of view, it's interesting, at least in my history of being involved with the USNO and time and GPS, et cetera, that we had a policy in place when select availability was on up until the year 2000, that our policy was to not extend the most accurate time that we had available to us. So there is a relationship between the policy and the capabilities of the technologies, and obviously for members of the Institute that are here tonight, you all understand the very important part of the role that precise and stable time plays. And this is a very fitting location to have this kind of discussion. And again, it's unfortunate the Congressman couldn't step into this and understand the role that he plays in some of the policy implications that he brings in his role. So without any further ado, jumping into our program, it's my honor and privilege to announce Captain Connon, who's the current superintendent of the observatory. For the next few days, the change of command is taking place here on Friday, but I'd like to have Captain Connon come up and introduce himself and remarks. Thank you, Captain.